Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my top 10 plus a few extras high-end beauty products worth your money. I did do a top 10 drugstore products worth your money a few weeks ago, and I just wanted to go ahead and do a high-end one as well. I thought this was a good way to share with you guys the top 10 products that I would repurchase if I lost all my products and I had to purchase 10 high-end products. These would be my top picks plus a few extras again. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I do upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you want to know my top 10 high-end beauty products, then just continue watching. Start off with eye products. The first product is newer to my collection, but so far I've really been enjoying it. I'm not one to buy like high-end mascaras or liners, but this one I swatched it in the Ulta store and it was really smooth and really nice, so I was like, let me go ahead and try it out. So I'm talking about the Benefit Roller Liner Eyeliner, and again, this is newer in my collection. It does have a felt tip right here. This is really nice and smooth to create the perfect wing liner. I am going to admit the first time I used this I wasn't impressed because it was kind of skipping on my lids, and I feel like it was because I applied concealer to my lids and just kind of set them real quick, and I feel like it wasn't set completely where I didn't really have a smooth line. It was kind of skipping. Then I've used it a couple times after the first time and it works perfectly fine now. I think just my lids weren't set good. So for high-end liners, I feel like this Benefit Roller Liner is a really good one. And another good one that's high-end is from Fenty Beauty, the Fly Liner. That one's really nice as well, and it's also really nice and smooth. Another liner that I really love and I think is worth your money are these Suva Beauty liners. As you can see, these are like UV liners, but they also have more wearable shades. But these ones are really nice because these activate with water and they don't dry out because they do start out as being hard. Again, they are water-based, so they aren't recommended like in the water line. But overall, for a bright liner, I feel like these are definitely worth it compared to like the liquid ones, because the liquid ones can dry out or get chunky, whereas these ones, again, activate with water so they won't dry out on you. So I have 3 different brands of eyeshadows that I feel like are worth your buy. The first one is this Dose of Colors Sassy Siennas. I have this one and the burgundy one. What is it called? I don't remember. And then I also have the limited edition one, the Snow Angels palette. But this one is standout to me. I haven't used the burgundy one yet, but look how beautiful these shades are. Beautiful coral shades, and they're very pigmented. I do find that these are a little powdery as well, but this formula and the pigmentation on this is really nice. The only downside again is like the kickback that it has, but the pigmentation is really good. I do find it being long lasting. You can pick this up at Ulta. I just feel like this palette is super beautiful, and if you're looking for a beautiful like corally type palette, this one's definitely a good one to pick up. A couple other palettes that I really love are by Huda Beauty. I have the Ruby Obsessions and also the Topaz Obsessions. Topaz's Obsessions is kind of similar to the Sassy Siennas, but this one's more of like warm tone shades, more wearable colors compared to the Coral palette. But this one's really nice and pigmented. I like how compact it is as well. It's perfect for traveling. And then this Ruby Obsessions also I really do like as well. I think it's a beautiful palette. Again, I love how small and compact these palettes are, and I just feel like they are worth it. These stone ones are limited edition, but she does have ones that are permanent in her line. But I do feel like these 2 palettes are worth your buy. And then the last palette that I feel like is worth your buy is by Colored Raine, the Queen of Hearts palette. And this is such a great palette. The mattes they work really nicely, but I feel like the star of the show of this palette are the shimmer shades. They're super nice and pigmented and really like metallic. Here is a swatch of those. These are super beautiful. This is a palette that I feel like you can create like everyday looks with these colors right here, and then you also can create a lot of purple looks. So if you're into purple, you're into like beautiful metallic lid colors, definitely pick this up. I've seen this palette on sale for $25 on the Colored Raine site, so if you see it at that price, I would definitely jump on it. But overall, this is definitely a palette that is worth your money, even if you paid full price the $50, but for $25, it's even better. Now for face products. The first product is a base slash moisturizer. I've been using it as a primer. So this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and here is what that looks like. This is a very expensive primer slash moisturizer. I really love it though because it's really moisturizing and also very smoothing. I did pick mine up on sale for half off during Macy's. They had like a 50% off sale. So I picked mine up on sale for half the price, but this is really expensive, but I do feel like it's worth it. I think it retails around $60. I feel like $60 is a little too much for me, but if it was on sale again, I would repurchase it. I don't know, I'm like recommending it as a definitely worth your money, but $60 is kind of like high for a primer for me. So I would repurchase this if it was on sale again, around $40 or so, $45, but I feel like $50, $60 is kind of too much. But if this is on sale and you see it, pick it up. It's definitely worth it. I don't know if I would, I don't know, it's just kind of like, I'm recommending products, high-end products that are worth your money, but I'm like, oh, I wouldn't pick it up at $60. It's a lot. So honestly, this is probably one that I would only purchase if it was on sale. Again, just because it's super expensive, but it makes your foundation look really beautiful and smooth, and it's also very moisturizing. Oh, I'm on the fence on this one, but definitely on sale, I would repurchase this. So I have two foundations. The first one is the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. I have mine in the shade G+40, and this is also the foundation that I have on my skin. I feel like it looks super pretty on the skin. It doesn't look heavy at all. It looks like your skin, but better. It's a medium coverage. You can build it up to full coverage. I like medium coverage foundations. I don't mind if my acne scars or anything peek through. I just kind of want like an even canvas. But this is beautiful on. I don't find it heavy. I don't feel it on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. I really like this foundation. Definitely worth your money. Another foundation that I feel like is worth your money is by Too Faced. This is the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have mine in the shade Warm Nude. This also looks really pretty on the skin. It's not like a dry matte. It's really comfortable on the skin. Again, Comfort Matte Foundation. It does smell like peach if you're sensitive on scents. It does have a peach scent, but I don't really mind it because it kind of wears off after you apply it. It does linger on your brush if you don't wash it. But overall, this also looks very beautiful on the skin. I feel like both of these foundations are good for every day. But I also remember really in the summertime when I wore it, it looked super pretty. It also looked like airbrush on the skin as well. I do also recommend this foundation. And a powder that I used today to set my face is another Too Faced product. This is definitely a product that I would repurchase once I finished up, and this is the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and this is just in translucent. This is what I set my foundation today, and I did also use this, so it looks really pretty. It looks natural on the skin. It looks beautiful. I like how lightweight this foundation is, and also I feel like it makes your skin look airbrushed. I just love this powder. If I travel or go anywhere, this is pretty much the powder that I'm reaching for to take with me. I really like this powder. It sets nicely. It's good to set the under eyes. It's good to set the whole face. It looks beautiful. It makes your skin look super pretty. So this is another one that I would recommend. A concealer that I really love is by Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have mine in the shade Vanilla. I also have the shade Light Beige. Vanilla is more brightening for me, whereas Light Beige is more for like everyday use. It's a medium to full coverage concealer depending on how much darkness you have. I didn't use a corrector and I see a little bit of darkness, but I feel like it does a really good job at like covering my dark circles, especially when I do use a corrector. It just conceals, hydrating on the under eye area, and I don't have any issues when I've used this. I don't feel like it looks dry on my under eyes or anything, and I feel like it has really good coverage. This is also what I have on today, and this is a really good concealer that I do like. I also do like the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. That one's really nice as well. It's pretty much full coverage, and it looks really nice and smoothing on the under eyes, and it has beautiful coverage as well. That one is another one I would recommend, but I feel like I talk about that one a lot, which you guys should already know that I like the Jouer one, but it looks really pretty on the under eyes as well. And next up I have a bronzer. If you're looking for a pretty like luminous bronzer, look no further. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of Too Faced products. So this is the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. It's a baked luminous glow bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And I picked this up because of Kathleen Light. She raved about it and I was like, let me go ahead and try this out. I'm not one to like luminous skin. I don't like luminous foundation, so you will not see very many, if any, luminous foundations in my collection. But like a luminous bronzer, I probably have a few, like 2 or 3. And I do like blinding highlights as well, but like skin, like foundation, or even primers as well, you won't see of those. But this is gorgeous. Again, it kind of helps to bronze up your skin. It's really pretty. It kind of does the 2-in-1 where it kind of bronzes up the skin, whereas also makes you kind of look healthy as well. This is a really nice luminous bronzer. I would definitely recommend this. And then last 3 products I have are face palettes. And this first one is by Tarte. You know what? I have one more Too Faced product, so might as well speak about Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Here's what the inside looks like. This is beautiful. I do find myself reaching for these shades, not so much this one over here, because this highlight is like a pinky, it's like a duochrome color. Let me swatch it. Let's see if you can, yeah, it's like a pinky duochrome color, and I'm not really into these kinds of duochrome highlights, so I do like the bronzer that's in here. This one's a bronzer as well, but I feel like it's more of like a blush on me. I don't find myself reaching for this color on its own, so I do mix both of these blushes together usually. The highlight's really nice. I do like the bronzer. I do like this other bronzer, but I use it as blush. You get a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. Like, it's a great like travel palette, and it's super pigmented, so definitely be careful when using this, like dipping your brush in there. It's super pigmented, so just really lightly tap and apply because it's so pigmented. Another face palette that I really enjoy is by Tarte. This is the Hamptons Weekender Contour Palette, and this is pretty affordable. I believe it's like $19 or so. And it was recently on sale for like $10, I believe. But this is what the inside looks like. You get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. I feel like this is perfect for traveling. You get all-in-one palette, again, a bronzer, blush, and highlight. It's nice and compact to travel with. It's really pigmented as well. I don't have any issues when I've used this. So here's the highlight, the blush, and the bronzer. Look how pretty. Like, besides for traveling, it's perfect for everyday use. Like, the highlight's really nice, the blush is like a perfect everyday color, and then the bronzer is really nice and buildable as well. I just feel like this is a perfect everyday / travel palette, and I have traveled with this before and I've enjoyed it. And then the last face palette that I have for you guys, and the last product, is by MAC. This is the Hyper Real Glow highlighting palette, and this is the pinky version. This is the Flash and Awe version. So this is what the inside looks like, and this is also the highlight that I am wearing today. I mixed this one and this one together. This is more of the lighter pinky tone version. They also do have a gold version. I just feel like the gold version's more like deeper for my skin tone. And they also did come out with 2 other trio palettes as well. I do think these are definitely worth it. They look really pretty and luminous on the skin. I didn't apply a whole lot on. My cheekbones are glowing right now, but this is beautiful. I've recommended this to my friends, and one of my friends actually was like, okay, fine, I need it. She had the gold one and she went and picked up the pink one, and she's like, oh my god, I love it. It's so good and buttery and pigmented, and definitely agree with her, reasoning why I told her to go get it. But this is a really good highlighting trio to pick up if you're eyeing something from MAC. So those are my top 10 high-end beauty products worth your money, plus a few extras. Let me know down below if you've tried any of the products. What do you think of these top 10 products, plus a few more that I mentioned? What are your top 3 high-end products? Let me know down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!